Hey everybody, it's Karen with Food and Family, and today we're going to be making a Thanksgiving and Christmas specialty of our family. It's something we really love, and that's sweet potato casserole. I have a daughter-in-law that if you don't give her anything else, give her sweet potato casserole. She dearly loves it. I have a confession to make. A lot of years I haven't used sweet potatoes. I've used solid packed pumpkin, and by the time you add all the flavorings, you can't tell the difference. So let's get started with it. I couldn't find the mashed sweet potatoes, so I got a big can of sweet potatoes, yams. So I'm going to mash them up, and they're going to be perfect. So, but we're going to go ahead and add in our other ingredients, and then we'll mix them up. So we need 1 cup of sugar. Let me get that out. So get 1 cup of sugar, and we'll make a topping of it, and you probably have this yourself, but we're going to make a brown sugar and pecan topping to go over the top. A lot of people make their sweet potato casseroles with marshmallows on top, and that's wonderful as well, but we like this one. So we need 1 cup of sugar. We've got 2 eggs that we're going to put in. Just crack them right in there. Remember, don't crack them on the side of your bowl. Put those in there. Pop my fingers off a little bit. And 2 eggs, and I've got 1/2 cup of canned milk. When I say canned milk, I'm saying meaning evaporated milk. You can use whatever brand you have. This is Carnation. And let's see, get my measuring cup. So I need 1/2 cup. And that's my oven beeping. Now give me 1 second. Let me turn that off. Now we're not going to be baking the sweet potato casserole today. I'm going to put it in a dish. I'm going to cover it real well, and then I'm going to put it in my freezer. And so the day before Thanksgiving, in this case I'm making it for Thanksgiving. I made a mess, y'all. I'll take it out and let it defrost, and then I'll bake it for our Thanksgiving meal on Thanksgiving Day. So I've got my 1/2 cup of milk. I need a teaspoon of vanilla. Use good vanilla. It makes a difference. Really makes a difference. Oh, get on there. And a 1/2 stick of butter. And I've got room temperature butter. You can see it's real soft. Can you tell? I don't know if you can tell or not, but it's real soft. I set my butter out to soften this morning. You can set it out the night before, and it won't hurt it. So 1/2 stick. As we know, butter makes everything better. It's so good, y'all. So let's get this mixed together. I'm going to use the mixer, so it's going to be noisy for just a minute. And hopefully it won't be too bad. We'll get this mixed up, get it mixed up pretty good. You just want to kind of get as creamy as you can, and you'll see bits of butter all the way throughout this mixture when we put it in our casserole dish. It's quick, it's easy. This comes together in no time, y'all. So another couple of stirs, and I think we're going to be ready. Looky there. Get that out of the way. Now looky there. See this mixture all mixed up? Can you see that? That's going to be so good. Now we're going to put it in our baking dish. And I have a Pyrex dish. I have a square one, It's a 9x7 is what I'm using. You don't have to spray the pan. You can if you want to. I usually don't. So I'm going to put this in my dish. So when it bakes up in this clear dish, it's so pretty. And I'll serve it in this. It's got a lid that I can close it up, seal it up, and I'll probably put plastic wrapper foil over it before I put my lid on. Now see, it's not real thick. You could put it in a smaller dish if you want it thicker. It just takes that much longer to cook. So let's get another bowl to make our topping. And we're gonna need some flour. Let's use all-purpose flour for this. We need our brown sugar. I'm just going to get everything out here, y'all. I'll need 2/3 of a stick of butter, so I'm just going to start with a fresh stick. Don't worry, what's left will be used. I promise you that. And 1 cup of nuts. I've got chopped nuts. And we're going to mix all these together. So let's say 1/2 cup of flour. Kind of soften it up, fluff it up in your pan, in your container before you measure it out. 1/2 cup of flour. I'll set this out of the way so you can see. 1 cup of brown sugar. And I've got my 1/2 cup measure, and I'm just going to pack it down. That's 1/2. You can use dark brown sugar if you want. I've got light brown sugar, so that's what I'm going to use. Just what I happen to have. So I'm going to set this aside. Now we've got 2/3 stick of butter. Of course, we know that's close to the whole stick, right? 2/3 stick of butter. Slide that right off in there. Now we're going to use, I'm just going to use a fork. Now, if you want, I don't, but if you want, you can melt that butter and put it in here. I've done it both ways, and to me, it doesn't make much of a difference. So I just make it easy on myself and put the softened stick in there. So I don't have to take the time and melt that butter, because it really doesn't matter. By the time you get it all mixed up, it's just going to be, it's going to come together and be almost like a praline, and which we know is delicious. So imagine a praline topping on top of those sweet potatoes. That's why it's a lot like a dessert. You see, I don't know, you can't see how good you can see what I'm doing here. I'll hold it up and let you see it. And then I'm going to get this in the freezer. And I like to try to get some stuff done ahead of time. And that way it makes it easy on everybody come the day of the holiday, whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, and you're not spending a lot of time in the kitchen making, putting them together. You've already got it put together, and all you have to do is turn on the oven. I've got my big oven in here. I've got a small oven in my garage, actually, and so I'll have both of them going Christmas Day. I'll have my dressing. I'll have to bake this, and we'll have the stovetop going. But y'all, we have so much fun. Now, I think that's good right there. Let me show you what it looks like. See? And so it holds together. Now, we're going to put our pecans in. I kind of wipe my hands off. We're going to put a cup of chopped pecans. Again, that's my 1/2 cup measure. It's getting a workout today. a half, and a whole 1 cup. We're gonna throw a little extra in for this, just because we want to. Now we're gonna stir that around with our fork. And I'm going to read this recipe off to you. And I'll get it posted at the bottom of this video. So I hope you'll try it. And if you do, please drop me a line and let me know how you like it. Okay, so, and this bakes at 350, but let me go over this recipe. Now this book, this spiral notebook, I have had going for probably 40 years or so. I've added recipes. You see how I've got it held together with a binder clip. It just wouldn't be the same if I rewrote it, would it? Okay, so it's 2 cans of mashed sweet potatoes, and you saw I used a big can. Let me show you what I used. And this is what I used. I used this big can of yams, and I drained them really well. I just poured them over in my colander and drained them. And then, see, 2 cans of mashed sweet potatoes, 1 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, a half a cup of canned milk or evaporated milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, a half a stick of butter. Mix all of that together really well and put it in your baking dish. For your topping, it's 1/2 cup of flour. I used all-purpose. 1 cup of brown sugar. Added 2/3 stick of butter. You can melt it if you want. And 1 cup of chopped nuts. Mix all of that together. Now we're going to spoon it on top of the other mixture. When it comes time to bake it, you bake it at 350 for about 35 minutes. So, let's move that out of the way. Now look at here. It's just going to make, so I just take my hand and kind of drop it across the top. I'm going to hold it up and show it to you. And it is delicious. It's thick and it gets that praline candy. Not hard. It just gets firmed up like a candy would. And it's just a thick topping. And y'all, it's so good. I hope you try this. Get it spread out real good here and get those pecans even. As even as we can, distribute it through there. Now looky there. See how pretty that is? And it's going to look even prettier once we bake it. So again, you bake it at 350 for about 35 minutes. And I certainly hope you'll try this recipe. And if you do, let me know. Please like and share my videos. And I would appreciate if you would follow me. It would just make me so happy. Thank you. Have a great day. Talk to you later.